Is this the most desirable neighborhood in Virginia Beach? Let's talk about it. Hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dan Inman. I'm an active realtor here in the Virginia Beach, coastal Virginia area. That's why we call it the Coastal Virginia channel. If I can help you and your family move in or out as smoothly and as easily as possible, all of my contact information is below. As much as I love making these videos, I'd love to serve you and your family, and we got people reaching out to us all the time to do that. Do me a huge favor, reach down there and hit that like button. Let me know that I'm putting out content that's helpful to you. And if you'll smash that subscribe button, it'll let you know exactly when, Mondays and Fridays, when new content like this drops, so that you can see content just like it. But you came here because you want to know, hey Dan, what's the most desirable neighborhood in Virginia Beach? In my opinion, it's the North End. The North End of Virginia Beach reigns all the way back from basically Fort Story in the north, all the way south to about 42nd Street. It's a strip of the Virginia Beach oceanfront that is not the oceanfront like vacation area, but this is an entire range of homes. About half of it is vacation homes, vacation rentals, second homes, that type of thing, and the other half is about owner-occupied homes. A lot of rentals, a lot of people come here to vacation because of the Virginia Beach oceanfront. The North End is really split in about right down the center from north to south by Atlantic Avenue. And what I would call is Atlantic Avenue Major and Atlantic Avenue Minor. You'll see here the main strip, which is where you hear all the traffic going back and forth. That's people going to First Landing, that's people on vacation. And then you have the minor road, which is mostly used by locals to drive up and down on their golf carts, their beach buggies. I actually saw somebody with a really cool electric scooter or a beach bike not too long ago. I would say one of the potential downsides of the North End, though, is because it's such a huge population, even locals come, all the people that come to vacation here, even locals will come and park on the streets. And because it's public parking, as long as you're not parking in front of someone's house and there's no signs there, you can park there. So on occasion, on really nice weekends, it gets really heavy over here. One of the little cool secrets, I think, of the North End is on 64th Street. There's a second entrance to First Landing State Park where you can actually drive in. They have a boat ramp back there and it connects to Cape Henry Trail. In one of my previous videos, we were hitting on Cape Henry Shores, and the trail goes all the way from the North End all the way through that neighborhood. So if you're a hiker, if you love the outdoors, this may be another neighborhood that you'll absolutely love. If you're gonna live in the North End, one of the things I would most definitely think that you're gonna need, because you're gonna see here where we're gonna have a few shots where effectively people can go from their house, put their hands, their toes in the sand within minutes of their home, especially if you live on the east side of Atlantic. You can literally walk out your front door and have your toes in the sand within like 2 minutes. But you're gonna wanna pick up a bike. There's a local bike shop called Conti's. You can go there and get a beach cruiser there. They also make these amazing beach buggy cruisers where it has like these huge inflatable gray wheels, makes carrying a whole bunch of stuff out to the oceanfront super easy. And then a little insider trick, we went and picked up these called a beach tent. Instead of actually one of those huge like umbrellas that you spike into the sand and you have to screw in, we actually, true story, what was it, 2 years ago, Sean, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Like one of those flew down the beach and impaled a freaking woman. Crazy story. But we picked up these things that they have like aluminum poles, they have like big soft balls on the end, and you have this stretchable fabric that goes out. It's one of the best investments we've ever made as a family. Actually, all 3 of those will be linked down in the description if you want to check those out. So let's roll into real estate. Like what can I expect, Dan, if I'm going to look at buying in this area? The entire area is made up of mostly a mixture of dual unit condos. They're no-fee condos. Effectively, this is the most space-efficient way for developers to come in and put 2 units rather than 1 unit on a plot of land, because this is such a desirable area. They're trying to squeeze in as many people as they possibly can. So it does share a wall, but it has no fees. So there's really no benefit. You still have all your lawn maintenance. You still have all the obligations of being a single-family owner, but it's called a dual-unit, no-fee condo. So that's split between 2, right? You have about 60% of that is the condos, townhomes, that type of thing, and then about 40% single family. For condos, your average is going to be across the board over the last few years, $690,000, $700,000. For single family though, you're going to be looking about double that, between 1 to 1.2 million. I also broke it up. I wanted to see what the price points would be if you looked at the west side of Atlantic versus the east side of Atlantic. On the west side of the Atlantic, the average is about $750,000, right? If you want to pay for the best of the best and not have to cross that busy street, just right over there on the other side, you can hear the traffic, you're gonna pay for it, right? So that starts at $1 million on the other side. Of course, if you wanna go with the, you've saved your pennies, you've busted your butt, you've now reached the pinnacle of your career, you've retired, and you wanna have the best of what Virginia Beach has to offer, you're gonna be going and getting yourself something that's on the ocean front. You can wake up, open those doors, hear the seagulls, smell the fresh sea air, being able to jump, some of these even have pools in the front. You can swim in the pool and look at the ocean every single day. That's gonna be 1.5 at a bare minimum. The majority of those are gonna be about $2 million, and I've seen some really just rock star legacy homes all the way up in the $5 million range. One of the major benefits of being in the north end is there's really not but a few areas that are in a flood zone. Well, I guess everything's in a flood zone, but the entire area for the most part is in flood zone X, which means you don't need flood insurance. All right, so we talked about real estate. Let's talk about what is accessible, what's close by, right? So at the very, very north end, you've got First Landing State Park. Again, we talked about the outdoors and how much people love it out here. You've got this entire, Atlantic Minor is what I like to kind of call it. People are cruising up and down here. You have a whole bunch of shopping right here on the south end. You've got Smart Mouth Brewery. You've got Terrapin, which is an extremely high-end restaurant. 2 other notable mentions, I would say Isle Capri at the top of the Holiday Inn Express, and then you have Becca Restaurant, which is absolutely fantastic. And lastly, I would say Orion's Roof would be another really good mention. It's right across the street from the Cavalier Project. If you've never been to the Cavalier Hotel, it's probably the premier, most luxury hotel in the area. They have a bunch of homes actually surrounding that that start in the $700,000 range, and it's a really unique neighborhood. Of course, you're gonna wake up in the morning, you're gonna want that coffee. What options do you have? Well, we do have our Dunkin', right? But if you're wanting for something for local, you've got Perked Up Cafe right down the street, owned by my buddy Andy. That's where all the locals tend to go. It's an itty bitty shop, but it is always packed because that's where all the locals want to go get their coffee. They want to support that local business. If you want, instead of the commercial Dunkin', you've also got Duck Donuts. Now, this did originate in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, but they have migrated their way up here. I am extremely grateful for it because, why do I say that, Sean?
A maple bacon donut.
Maple bacon freaking donut. It is by far the best they have to offer. I think it's amazing. And then a last notable mention here would be the Vibe District. It's really just on the other side of the main strip there. Max 10 minutes. The Old Beach Farmers Market's there, so you can get some local produce. You've got Three Ships Coffee, Badass Coffee, Beach Bully Barbecue, which is a place that I've had catered several of my events. But that's an absolutely really cool area. And I guess I can't mention the North End without mentioning North End Bag Company, owned by Aaron. One of the coolest local things that we have, hand-stitched, handmade bags made out of canvas and leather. I use them all the time for closing gifts for my clients, just because it's a super special way to either introduce someone to the area, or I've had people who are parting and leaving the area and that's like their giveaway present. Like I said, I think the North End is one of the coolest, one of the most desirable and beautiful areas of all of Virginia Beach. People move here and vacation here all the time because they want that beach lifestyle. If you're looking for the beach lifestyle, you need to check out this neighborhood. And of course, I'm a local realtor. I'd love to serve you and your family. My wife's a local loan officer. We work together as a team to make that process as seamless and easy as possible. All of our contact information is below. We are the people that respond to that. If you do me a huge favor, hit that like button, lets me know that I'm putting out content that's helpful to you and your family. And of course, if you want to see more content like this, you can always hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell of notification, and you'll be notified every time that we release new content, which is Mondays and Fridays. And until next time, my name is Dan Inman. And until next time, my name is Dan Inman. We'll check you later.